So apparently there's a new scam going around. CoffeeZilla posted this video 10 days ago, and it's about a no-lose bank turned out to be a lie. It's a casino you can't withdraw from. What? Like, the title is YouTuber Bank Won't Let You Withdraw Money. This sounds terrible, so we're going to watch it.
Today we're talking about a bank promoted by YouTubers that's now become a casino and users can't get their money out.
This video is sponsored by Yada Savings.
Yada, Y-O-T-T-A.
Yada Savings?
The Yada Savings app, maybe you saw a couple people talk about
They've
this.
got everyone
Yes,
on it.
I have seen people talk about Yada recently.
Hey, my name's Daniel. My wife and our family has 18,000 in Yada.
I've seen Yada, but I haven't seen any YouTubers advertising this. Yeah, I haven't really seen anyone promoting this, but apparently it's a lot of big
We
people.
can't get out.
Over $60,000 frozen up in Yada.
Oh my
$15,440.06 frozen in Yada.
$7,270.60 frozen.
$583.
Wow.
$98,000 frozen in Yoda.
94,000, give or take, frozen.
$46,699.
Yeah, it's a disaster, and we're going to break down what happened. Let's start with the basics. A few years ago, Yada Savings advertised itself as a no-lose lottery through YouTubers, where you'd get a lottery ticket by saving money rather than spending it. It's called gamified savings, and some took it beyond a sponsorship and bought equity in the company because they liked the idea that much. The most viral example of this was Graham Stephan, who claimed that I bought a bank.
No. So now you're invested in it for sure. That's really bad.
To invest an undisclosed amount, and now I could officially say I am a small owner in Yada Bank.
Now these videos are deleted, as Yada has become more than a harmless savings app, and users can't get their money out. But to understand what exactly happened, let's first go back to when they demanded an apology from me back in 2022. They made a brief appearance in a video called The Most Evil Business in the World, and for some reason they didn't like the cameo. They said, quote, "Given these false claims, we would like you to issue a statement in a video clarifying that your claim that Yada is a scam is false and misleading." Now, I never said that exactly, so I didn't apologize, but I found the next bit a bit more baffling. They tell me, quote, "You could also conduct an interview with Adam Moelis, the co-founder and CEO of Yada, if you wish," which I found odd. Either way, I decided to today take them up on their offer 2 years later when I checked back in on Yada and found customers' accounts have been frozen and their website looked more like a casino than a no-lose lottery.
There's no way he got this interview, right? Like, at this point, there's no way. And what is this? What is this? This is a bank. That's so scammy looking.
On their app, Yada now offers roulette, dice, blackjack that you can lose money on. Now, honestly, I was shocked by this. This is the same company that's saying play the no-lose lottery, regular lotteries are scams, they prey on innocent people. Now they're offering gambling. So, of course, I reached out to the CEO, and he told me Yada is not actually gambling. Quote, "We decided to pivot the business into sweepstakes earlier this year. Sweepstakes is not gambling. We worked extensively with lawyers in the space to build out the program." Now, I don't know which lawyer told Yada blackjack isn't gambling, but it's time to get your money back.
Right, that doesn't look like anything to do with sweepstakes. He just straight up lied.
All Yada is really doing is running a loophole. The CEO says you can't actually buy Yada Cash, but this is a very sneaky claim, because one way to get Yada Cash is by purchasing tokens on the app. These tokens are pointless, except that they come with free Yada Cash. Spend $10, get 13 free Yada Cash to gamble with. The more you spend, the more free Yada Cash you get. It's really just a stupid loophole to claim that this is all a sweepstakes and that black.
But then if you buy that, they definitely are just going to take that.
Jack, dice, and roulette are somehow not gambling, which is, of course, ridiculous. But most interesting, I think, is the admission from the Yada CEO that, quote, "Yes, this is at odds with the initial mission to encourage savings. The savings-based business model wasn't working, so we just..."
Wait a minute. No. I want to see exactly. You can make your own moral judgment of whatever you want, and that's fine. He's mad. But the issue that matters is that our customers have not been able to access their funds for nearly 3 weeks due to a dispute between Evolve and Synapse. It would be helpful if we can focus on that issue to help spread awareness and expedite a resolution. That's my sole focus right now, and I think you can help.
decided to pivot. But pivot to what? To the exact thing your system was designed to fight stupid lotteries that waste people's money, and you pivot to just getting people hooked on actual gambling? Is that it? It's like me starting a methadone clinic only to pivot to selling heroin because that's where the real money is. It's utterly ridiculous, and I told their CEO as much. And to my surprise, he responded asking me for help. Quote, "You can make your own moral judgment of whatever you want. That's fine. But the issue that matters is that our customers haven't been able to access their funds for nearly 3 weeks. I think you can help." And honestly, he's right. I do want to help Yada's customers, not...
Why is the CEO asking for help from, a journalist? Why would a CEO ask for help from anyone who's not involved with the company?
Getting their money. But I can't ignore that Yada is a savings app that became a casino, the exact thing they were fighting, and that's disgusting. 2, YouTubers brought people into a financial product that is now broken, and rather than address it, most of them have gone radio silent. Some are deleting their original videos. Now, of course, most of these YouTubers who promoted it had no idea Yada was going to pivot from savings to gambling, or that users' accounts would be frozen. Right. But this is all the more reason that YouTubers should not be getting in the business of promoting financial products, especially finance YouTubers. I don't know about that, finance YouTubers, but yeah, I think it's like a different thing than like selling a t-shirt, right? It's like you just get the product, but promoting something that's financial and that could potentially take someone's money, like all their money, that's a really risky thing to promote because it could fall apart at any time, even if it was reliable at that time. I'm sure none of these people thought it would be a scam like this, and they did pivot to this weird casino thing, so they didn't know. But still, I mean, for things like this, for financial products, I guess you would have to really, I would say not do it, because it could fall apart at any time. A lot of these people, they all tell me the same thing. "Oh, I feel so bad. It's not my fault. I had no idea." And that's all fine. But when people bring up your name as an explicit reason they got into this savings account, it starts to ring a lot more hollow.
So my brother actually told me about it. I'm pretty sure he found it through the Graham video.
That would have been Graham Stephan.
Who's that?
Video. Graham Stephan
video.
Graham Stephan came out with a video.
Graham Stephan, Andre
Y'all know who this is?
Guys that I like as, financial YouTubers.
Yeah, this is the reason I hold financial YouTubers to a higher standard. Overwhelmingly, I find them to be more influential. Although I have to say again, I don't hold them or anyone else personally responsible. I hold them all irresponsible for promoting financial products. This is not like promoting Dollar Shave Club, where people get a product and that's it. If the company goes bust, it doesn't matter. Financial products are different. You are asking people to put their money somewhere. If in 5 years that goes bust, people are going to remember you advertised it to them. And if you're uncomfortable with that, if you think your bank might blow up in 5 years, don't promote it. Shill a VPN and have a nice day. But if you insist on telling people the best place to put their money, you better not be upset when they listen. By the way, as I was editing this video, someone released a podcast sponsored by, you guessed it, Yada.
This episode is brought to you by Yada.
This is despite the fact that currently withdrawals are frozen. And now I want to pivot myself and talk about frozen funds, which is a huge problem that goes beyond Yada and influencers. Since early May, many fintechs, including Yada and Juno and many others, have had all their user funds frozen. Up to 200,000 accounts are affected. And it's for many reasons.
No, wait. Okay. Evolve also stressed that despite customers' deposits being frozen, it's well capitalized. A source who's familiar with the size and scope of the number of accounts impacted at Evolve estimated the number of frozen accounts to be under 200,000. The person was not authorized to speak on the record. Wow. Just overnight?
That surprised users. See, most people saw these companies like Yada as banks. Remember, Graham Stephan even said, "I bought a bank."
I just bought a bank.
But this isn't quite accurate. These are fintech companies, not banks. They're not holding anyone's money. They're not FDIC insured. They have a bank they work with that is FDIC insured, and that's where your money is sent to. In this case, the main bank is called Evolve. Normally, this distinction doesn't matter, but when things go wrong, it makes all the difference. So does the distinction that fintech companies like Yada don't work directly with the...
If you have a middleman for your money like that, it just seems riskier. It seems like it could be easier for them to just take your money. And I actually didn't know that they can say they're FDIC insured, but they can just be the middleman for that. That's scary.
Evolve, they have a middleman called Synapse. Now, I want you to think of Synapse as an adapter from old tech to new tech. It's kind of like your iPhone dongle. Remember that? Connecting a lightning cable to a headphone jack. That's Synapse, connecting banks to fintech. And I know I'm not exactly an expert on this, so I brought in someone who is to explain what happened, because the next part gets kind of confusing.
My name is Jason Mikula. I spent about over a decade in fintech and banking, including at Goldman Sachs. So I have some experience in the sector.
What actually has gone wrong here?
So the sort of proximate cause was on Saturday, May 11th, Synapse, which is this technology middleware provider or banking as a service provider, revoked Evolve Bank's access to what in the court filings is being referred to as the dashboard, which is basically Synapse's IT systems, including actual ledger information. And so when Synapse revoked access to that information on Saturday, May 11th, Evolve functionally froze all of those programs by ceasing to process payments. So Evolve's decision to respond to Synapse revoking that access is what led to users being unable to access their funds beginning on May 11th and continuing through to the present.
People are...
But why? Did I miss it? If I did, you can tell me. Was there a specific reason? Or are they just taking it?
It's FDIC insured. Why isn't that working?
Yeah, so it is. End users' confusion is entirely understandable, right? One of the great successes of the American banking sector and American banking regulation is that you, generally speaking, don't have to worry about whether or not your money is safe. However, that in this case, and it's not the only case, has engendered some confusion for end users who see FDIC insured and read that as, this is safe. My money's safe. I'm going to get my money back. Now, what is FDIC insurance and what does it do? It protects depositors, end users, in the event that a bank fails. A bank has not failed here, and so there is no direct role for the FDIC to step in. If Evolve had failed, the FDIC would step in, seize the bank, and sort of figure out the next steps. That's obviously not what's unfolding here.
Right. So
Okay. Evolve is the bank, Synapse is the middleman, and Synapse decided to freeze payments. Why, though?
if you have money frozen, it is FDIC insured from a bank failure. But in this case, banks haven't failed. It's the in-between layer that has, meaning your funds are stuck until this is fixed. But it's not exactly clear when that will be because Evolve and Synapse can't agree on who owes what. The founder of Synapse says it's all in Evolve's control. We are doing everything we can to release funds. Meanwhile, Evolve says Synapse's records are wrong. Quote, recent ledgers and data do not align with the actual movement of funds in and out of Evolve.
Oh, God.
Basically, someone is lying, or even worse, doesn't know what the truth is, and this isn't a disagreement about a few pennies. It's $150 million being argued about. But according to new reporting from The Information, such discrepancies were known about for at least 2 years before the revoked dashboard.
Synapse, for at least 2 years, Synapse's business partners and its board, which includes partners of its venture backers, such as Andreessen Horowitz, were aware of such discrepancies. According to 7 former employees, oh God, you guys. It might be a lawsuit and it's going to be years and oh my gosh, it's going to take forever. if nobody can agree, and I mean, it has to be forced, it's going to take years, isn't it? Like,
and Synapse's bankruptcy, meaning this could have been avoided, but it wasn't, leaving a bankruptcy trustee to pick up the pieces and hundreds of thousands of accounts frozen.
Sorry, I keep pausing because I want to read all this stuff. Ex-FDIC Chair McWilliams appointed trustee in Synapse bankruptcy. What does that mean? Evolve in lineage. Don't trust Synapse's ledgers. Evolve faces other legal problems. Okay.
And we don't know who owes who what or when. We'll find out. But all I have to say is, who cares? People need their money back. They were told these fintech programs were safe. Now they're stuck. Look, after talking to the people affected, I get it. Banking is complicated, especially as I spoke to Jason, that became super clear. But historically, this hasn't stopped us from helping the elite when complex banking problems come up. Remember Silicon Valley Bank? And look, I know it's a different story, but back then we moved heaven and earth to make sure startup founders got their money back beyond the FDIC insurance limit. Out of concern for the rich and powerful, we bent the rules. And all I'm saying is, I get that this is also not a traditional FDIC insurance case, but dare I say we give regular Americans the same level of urgency and empathy we gave to Silicon Valley founders when we decided to bend the rules for them. It's been 3 weeks with no end in sight, and these people have mortgages to pay, taxes, bills, and quibbling about the middleman or the bank whose fault it is to miss the point. Trust me, there's plenty of blame to go around in this story. But for the immediate future, let's focus on getting these people their money back.
Well, that's where the problem lies. I think maybe someone just took it and they're trying to get out of it. Somebody is just lying and trying to keep it in their clutches, because otherwise they could just give it back to the people that they owe and then fight later with, you know, the law or whatever. But somebody wants to hold that money. That's what I think. I'm just a normal person. I don't know, but it just seems weird. Like, it's obvious whose money is whose. So somebody's just trying to keep that money in their clutches
before they're punished for something that isn't their fault. Because time is of the essence. Even if these people eventually get their money back, the win matters just as much, as people with frozen accounts told me.
I mean, it means everything to me. I wasn't able to pay rent for this month. I wasn't able to pay my bills.
I quit my job. I quit my career to go into business for my family, and my savings is my my safety net for doing that, for making such a crazy decision. So it means a lot.
We really have no safety net. I mean, even if that money's not gone, it's gone for us for now.
My wife and I have been saving for our first home. If this takes months, years to drag out, it's going to delay our home.
I've been saving essentially for 3 to 4 years, and was saving up for a wedding and to buy a home. And, you know, as soon as this stuff happened, that was actually the first week that I needed to pay off the deposits for the wedding. So it hurt me quite a lot.
I'm sure. God, who knows how long it'll take for them to get their money back. All regulators seem to be pointing fingers at each other. They're saying there hasn't been a bank failure, so it's not their problem. I'm hopeful your coverage can help in that regard. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, this got 4.2 million views in 10 days. The CEO of Yada. That is so crappy. Wow. Okay, that sucks. And this was recent, because he said 3 weeks ago, and well, I don't know what, I think he said May 11th they were talking about it being on May 11th. And it's only been a month, as far as I know. Anyways, if y'all know any more about this, you can let me know. Or if I got something wrong, like, I want to know why. Why did Synapse choose to do this? They're saying it's because, I don't know. Evolve is the bank that said there were discrepancies in their records, and so Synapse froze the stuff. Have I got that right? it's all bad. He's right. Nobody really cares. They just want their money back. Like, nobody cares about these CEOs arguing with each other about someone else's money. That's why it doesn't make sense. Because if it's their money, then why is there an argument about giving it back? Like, someone just wants to take it. That's what I think. Anyways, this is a really good video. I love that video. It made me really think. Which I guess I don't do that often, but let me know if there's anything else I should watch. Hoppyzilla is a great channel. I'll leave it in the description if you want to watch it again. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.